Hey! How y'all doing, baby? It's Friday. Y'all know what that means. We done made it through this whole week. And so if y'all wouldn't mind, I already opened the beer because it's hot in here and I already got ready. It's Beer and Bud Friday, baby. So get the beer off the ice, pack that bowl full of that Bud, and blow it towards Texas when you take a hit. Woo! That is the second beer from Michael Brooding over in the Netherlands. Man, they make... That's my donkey. That's my donkey. She saw me come out here, baby. She knows I'm out here. Anyway, Michael, thank you very much for the beer over there in the Netherlands. We really appreciate it. Y'all make some mighty fine beer. Hey, like this shirt. When injustice becomes law, resistance is duty. And that is the truth, and that's why I'm in this. Because the injustice that is done to our country by having this disgusting man in our house makes resistance a duty. And I'm proud to serve it, baby. I am proud to serve it. Got a lot of funerals going on today. Aretha Franklin's service is going on. John McCain is laying in state in the capital, nation's capital right now. And Donnie's probably sitting on a toilet somewhere picking his nose. I don't know what the man's doing. Who gives a crap? He's not at any services, that's for damn sure, because nobody wants him there. And I did get to see quite a bit of John's procession this morning going into the rotunda of the nation's capital, and I got to see a little bit of Aretha Franklin's up there. Man, there's a lot of good music going on over there at Aretha's funeral, and I don't know where they got so many pink Cadillacs, baby, but they're lined up there where you can see them forever. And I know she's a happy woman looking down, so, you know, 3 cheers to both of them, Aretha Franklin and to John McCain. Both of them made impacts on our nation, and it's something we'll never forget. I'll never forget Aretha Franklin, because that's the music I grew up listening to, baby. Well, while we were all mourning these great losses of our country, what did Donnie do? Well, we already know about the flag issue and all that. He doesn't want to utter John McCain's name because he's just a dick. And but he went to Evansville, Indiana. That's where he went. Went to have one of his little rallies, one of those let's stroke Donnie's ego a little bit more rallies, you know. Let's pat Donnie on the back. I'm the greatest there ever was. All that bullshit that Donnie puts out every damn time. Went to Evansville, Indiana. And he pulled out his whole bag of bullshit. But he started out by telling the people that today's Democratic Party is held hostage by left-wing haters, angry mobs, deep state radicals, establishment cronies, and their fake news allies. Boy, howdy, I didn't know we was all that. I know we was part of the deep state, though. Shh, the secret society meeting is still on for you know when and you know where. And if you don't know when and you don't know where, you're not part of the winners. That's what Donnie would call the winners, baby. Deep state. That's the kind of bullshit that he keeps trying to pump out there. Ever since this man came into our house, he has done nothing to reach across the aisle to the Democrats. He does nothing but pull out this kind of crap out of his ass so he can stir up his minions, so he can divide this country right down the middle. Well, it ain't down the middle, Donnie. It's sort of like leaning to one side, baby, because there's a whole lot of people that don't listen to your shit, Donnie. There's a whole lot of us that don't like you, and we're not your little minions, and we don't show up at your little stroke rallies there. And that's the majority, baby. That's us. That's the blue wave coming to wash your shit out of there. But he sits up there trying to blame the Democrats for everything Donnie's done. Donnie does nothing but run his mouth and divide this country. He's not out there to try to bring this country together to move us forward as a nation, as a people, as citizens united. No, baby. Shit, no. This is only for the minions. All for the greedy little grub bubs up there in the White House with him. All his little cabinet members and all that shit. That's who this is for, baby. Hell, he's canceling the 2.5% pay raise for government employees. after he gives a big tax cut to his rich, after he pulls $12 billion out of our taxpayer money to give welfare to farmers because he screwed the farmers over. But now we can't afford a 2.5% pay hike for government employees. Now, Donnie thinks government employees, well, that's just those minions up in Washington, D.C. He'll get at them. They're not playing Donnie's game, so I won't give them a pay raise. Baby, let me tell you, there's government employees all over this nation that serve around the world. I was one for 16 years as a civilian working for Department of Defense. Yeah, his little pay raise shit, that cuts everybody out. That means nobody gets a pay raise. Anniston Army Depot? No way, baby, ain't getting it. Rock Island? Not gonna get it, baby. All the depots around the world are not gonna get their pay raise to keep up with the cost of inflation because Donnie the Dick already spent all the money. He's pulling it out of his ass and handing it to all of his cronies. You gotta, oh, we got money for the Space Force. Oh, we got money for the Space Force, but we can't give people a cost of living increase. That's just these people that work down there. These are WG, wage grade employees, GS, lower service. These are not your big wigs that are going to get a big pay raise, all Humpty Dumpty up there in the Capitol and all that shit. No, these are working Americans out here that defend this country in ways that you have no idea. But Donnie doesn't want it. Besides that, how we could. Hell, if he just cut out his golf trips, going to his bribe collection centers and shit, that'd be enough to make the pay rate. Not Donnie, he's going to waste it any way he can and then scream, oh, we can't afford this. Yeah? Well, we damn sure couldn't afford that big ass tax cut you gave to the wealthy. We couldn't afford that, but that was not a problem for Donnie. Why? Because it benefited him and his cronies. That's who gets that. Anyway. We got to have a commission. We got to pay for a commission to investigate that Google stuff. You know, where Donnie's name isn't come up with glorious stories of the glorious leader. Every time he, are you shitting me? You can have the biggest story about Hillary Clinton. I mean, look at what she's getting away with. But let's see if she gets away with it. That was one of the quotes up there at Evansville. He's really trying to tell them. He told them too. He's going to get involved. He's going to take control of the Department of Justice so he can prosecute Hillary Clinton. That's what his game plan is. That's what saves his ass from being impeached. And we're going to impeach his ass. But y'all remember, Bob Kincaid reminded me the other day when I tweeted out that impeachment is a political fix. It's not going to get him out of office. Only the Senate can remove him from office, and that ain't looking too good because them Republicans over in the Senate, they like to kiss Donnie's ass. They're being real quiet. Mitch McConnell ain't said squat about the disgusting shit. You know, the way he spoke with them evangelical leaders, talking about violence, the way he talks to this crowd up there, talking about angry mobs of Democrats. He keeps trying to push that message. That message that we're not with you, that there is a dividing line in this country, and that it's going to be the winners over the losers. There's no winners and losers in this shit. Our country suffers. That's who loser is. Our dignity, our Constitution, everything this country ever stood for, that's what's going to get hurt. While we let this idiot sit up there on his little toilet and twitter out his little crap. He throws his Trump crap all over the place and it gets stuck on people. And they say one of the FBI, was it Orr, FBI agent Orr, I think his name is. He was told by Daniel Steele that he was told that the Russians have Donnie over a barrel. Ain't you like that shit? I'm sure the Russians have Donnie over a barrel. And Putin probably put a hole in that barrel just so he could come up and catch a glory hole on that barrel from old Donnie boy who's in that barrel. Hell yes, they got him over a barrel. Hell yes, he owes everything he's ever had to Russia right now. And that's eventually going to come out when Robert Mueller's investigation is through. I earnestly believe that, which I believe is going to be coming up pretty soon. I don't know how much more of this crap we can take. There's no more evidence I see that they have to collect to be able to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that that man's a Russian whore, bought and paid for by Putin, and he's got it all shoved down in his pants, baby, and that's all there is to it. We need to bust his ass out the door. And Oh, anyway, you know, there's days I come down here, my little tablet's filled up with the news of the day, stories I want to touch on, people I want to throw the finger to, or something like that. Are you shitting me moment? And then there's days that I just don't get into it. I have a deeper sense for what's bothering me. It's my country. It's your country. Our whole story here that we've seen for hundreds and hundreds of years that we didn't think would allow such a degrading man into our house. And it bothers me. It bothers me every day. Every day when I turn on the news, every time I see some stupid tweet that he put out, it bothers me down to my soul. Because I know our house is better than that. Our house does not deserve this disgusting piece of man that we have in our house. And I get flustered, and I want to come out here and wave the pom-poms and remind you just how important this is. And it is. Our whole country, our whole way of life is depending on this election come November. And that's just 2 months off, baby. We're coming up on it quick. And we have to be ready. We have to have every person, every American citizen get out there and vote. Because it's the only way we're going to right the ship. It's the only way we're going to put our ship back on course. Because we've let her fail, baby. She's drifting out in dangerous waters. A man trying to divide our country, a man trying to take over the judicial system. I fear that he has these little minions out there that he's trying to incite. I have full confidence that we're going to run this blue wave all over this country. We're going to take the House, and we're going to start seeing some movement. But as he sits out there and he tries to motivate his little minions to pick up their weapons, to come to defend Donnie, it saddens me, because there's going to be people out there that are going to hear his little words. Hell, they just had a man arrested for making threats to the Boston Globe up there, because Donnie keeps calling the media the enemy of the people. Donnie the Dick is the enemy of the people. That is the enemy. There's no doubt about it, and shouldn't be to any patriot in this country. It's up to us. It's up to every one of us to move our country forward. We can't rely on others. If we don't take this up ourselves, it'll never get done. There's things that we have to address in this country. Everything from the EPA to gun laws. And none of it's going to get done, baby, if the Republicans are in power. They're not going to bend anything. They got corporate, baby. They got people, lobbyists, dumping money on them. Russians over there pouring it in. Right through the National Russian Association. Haven't seen them on TV making any commercials lately, have you? No. Because they're wrapped up in Russian shit. Just like everybody on the right seems to be. And that's disgusting. That's our country. You know, Nikita Khrushchev said it. They would defeat us from within. And this is their plan all along, I guess. I guess it was their plan when they started bailing Donnie out from his casinos, started laundering money through him, egging him on, get into politics, make a name for yourself, Donnie. Tell him the black president wasn't born in America, Donnie. Get those right-wing nut jobs riled up, baby. And that's what happened. But it's time for them right-wing nut jobs to take a real close look at the way that this man treated one of our own. No, he doesn't stand up for America. He doesn't stand for the values that we hold dear. He's a disgusting slime bag, a coward who turned and ran. So we have to turn and run. Right to the polls, baby. Vote. That's our tool. That's our weapon in this. Our voice and our vote. And I try hard all the time to use my voice. A lot of others are joining too. A lot of others are joining in. And the more voices, the more people stand up and speak out and let their peers see them. Let them see all of us. Because we're proud of America and we want to right our ship. That's all I got, people. I wish I had more. I wish I was more enthusiastic today. a lot on my plate and a lot to think about. And America has a lot on her plate. And we need to scrape the scum off of it. The right-wing nut job, the rebel flag waver, the Nazi, all that scum that has decided to move itself into the Republican Party. They need to move them out. It's the only way the Republican Party survives. They can't survive with such vile, deplorable people in their party. It's time for them to stand up. It's time for all of us to stand up.